I don't really know what I'm still doing in the kitchen, but I just do it. So this is everything that I prep for the entire week to set myself up for success. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessica here. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna meal prep all of my ingredients for the week. I'm not a big fan of meal prepping just because I don't want to eat the same thing every day. Therefore, if I meal prep, it's just easier for me to just pick and choose what I want to eat each day. So we're gonna turn all of this into this. So I would say if you're someone who struggles with actually eating their meal prep throughout the entire week, I would suggest, because this worked for me, is prepping your ingredients. I feel like once I started doing that, it made actually eating my meals so much better. I actually stayed on track because then I was able to eat some fresh chicken instead of like 4-day-old chicken, or you know, some fresh asparagus that I cooked up real quick with some baby corn, or you know, things like that. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off with the most annoying thing first, and that's the peppers. Let me grab a cutting board, a knife. So we're gonna go ahead and wash these. Those are washed. Let me grab a container. I'm a little chaotic sometimes when I do things. Okay, actually, I think I'm gonna put on a podcast. Okay, we're gonna put on Call Her Daddy. We're gonna put on the How to Stop Pleasing People podcast. So first we're gonna start off with our peppers. I like to cut your peppers however you wanna cut your peppers. I like to chop off the top, cut out the middle, and then go through it. All right, I'm also not a professional, okay? I don't know how to properly cut, and you know what? I don't really feel like I need to learn. I mean, I'm sure I need to learn, but I don't know. I do things the way I like to do them. Oh, I like to keep a little plastic bag right by me so that I can just easily throw all the, you know, the stuff that we don't eat away versus like having to constantly walk over to the garbage can. I don't know, I think I like learned that from my grandma, because she likes to keep little garbage bags when she's like cooking and stuff so that she can just easily throw it away. And then into the container. So we got all those peppers. We got the red pepper sliced. I just cut them in the long way. You know, I'm not too crazy, too picky about it. Now we're gonna move on to the yellow one. Realistically, depending on how much you have to prep your ingredients, it really shouldn't take you more than an hour. If it takes you more than an hour, then you either have a lot or you're doing it wrong. Like, this could probably take me like 30 minutes, maybe, if that. So, I mean, it's probably gonna take me a little bit longer because I'm filming and I gotta like actually talk and like remember that to look at the camera. But like when I'm not filming, honestly, all this can take me like 30 minutes. So now we got all our peppers. We got the green pepper, not the green, we got the yellow, orange, and red. Okay, I think I'm gonna put the baby corn in here. Go ahead and wash these. Apparently you should be like, I didn't know this, maybe everybody knew this, you're supposed to like dry everything that you get wet, because apparently like when you like wash your vegetables or wash your fruit, like the water can actually like make your fruit and vegetables go bad quicker. Like I saw this one lady on TikTok, she only goes grocery shopping once a month. Yeah, so this lady only goes grocery shopping on TikTok like once a month. And she's like, she doesn't wash her vegetables, like she just puts them in like their container to make them stay fresh longer. Because if you wet like your vegetables or your fruits, they won't last as long. Because like water, I don't know, science. So I was like, oh, that's actually a good tip. But I still wash them because I'm gonna forget. Honestly, I'll forget. I'll forget to wash my shit. If it's in the container, I'm gonna automatically think that they're washed. So there's the baby corn. Okay, next we're gonna do the cukes. Let me go ahead and wash the cukes. I'm gonna wash the cukes. Cukes are washed. my countertops are clean. So if you got a problem with me putting my clean cucumbers on my clean countertop, don't cry to me about it. So I cut off the ends, toss them. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut them the long way, just because it's easier. I used to like dice them up. I'm not doing that. I'm not dicing these up. And I'm just gonna throw them in the container. Really wet. Now we got the cucumbers. Next we got the asparagus. Let's go ahead and cut up this. Cut up the asparagus, and then we're gonna wash it. So this is a trick that my grandma taught me. So instead of cutting them, she likes to rip that. She likes to like, so she does this. She basically like bends it to see like where it's gonna be like good. So this is like not good to eat, and this is good to eat. So we're just gonna throw that in there. So that's just what we're gonna do. We're actually not gonna cut the asparagus, and we're just gonna bend it. And this, honestly, just bending them makes your life a whole lot easier. So you toss the ones that you can't eat, throw in the ones that you can eat. Just like so. And you're just gonna keep doing that. Voila, and there you have your asparagus. Took almost no time. Okay, next we're gonna cut up the green onions. We're just gonna use scissors for these. We're not gonna use a knife because it's quicker. We're gonna cut this open and then we're gonna wash. Okay, I guess we're just gonna use another clear glass container because like honestly, when you're cutting these up, like they can fill up fast. I just cut these. It just makes my life a whole lot easier. I'm not gonna sit here and chop them up with a knife. I'm not. I did that before I met my boyfriend. And then my boyfriend started using scissors and I'm like, well, what the fuck? What was I doing? All right, green onions are finally done. Okay. Okay, so next we're gonna do the mushrooms. I actually already have a container with mushrooms in it. So we're just gonna rotate them. Put these ones on the bottom and these ones on the top. If you don't like that I'm using the same container, this ain't your house. This ain't your house. You got a problem with me using the same container? Use a different container in your house. This is my house. This is what we do in my house. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash these once I can open it. Disclaimer, I'm not a chef. I don't know how to cut. If you get a problem with the way that I cut, go yell at somebody else. Don't yell at me. Be very careful when you're chopping. I'm very careful. Honestly, I'm actually scared of knives, so I don't even know why I make myself chop, but here we are. What'd you guys do over the holidays? You guys do anything fun? There's the mushrooms. And then, like I said, rotate. Put the older ones on top. They're still good from the week prior. So now we got our mushrooms. Next, we're gonna cut up our lemons and lems. I'm gonna rinse this off really quick. Be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Now we're gonna go wash these. I don't really have a method to how I cut up my lemons, my limes. I just cut them up. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how they're cut up. Because they're really only used to add some, I don't know, seasoning, whatever you want to call it. Okay, as I said, I don't know. I don't have a method to my madness. I really don't. I just cut it, move on with my day. Okay, this is how I cut it. So I'll cut the ends off, and then I'll cut it in half, and then I will cut it in half again, and just plop it in there. There's probably a better way to do this. There probably is, but this is how I do it. If you got a problem with it, I don't know what to tell you. So these are all the limes. These are all the limes. Next, we're gonna go on to the lemons. Again, I do the same thing with my lemons. Cut it in half, and then I cut it in half again. And these are the lemons. Okay, next we're gonna chop up an onion. I don't really chop up the onions. I don't really do anything with the onions. So I don't really know what I'm doing here. Normally my boyfriend cuts up and chops up the onions. Because I don't really eat them. I don't like onions. So normally I just let him do it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So we're just gonna start cutting. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna start off with chopping the bottom off. And then chopping this part off. Okay, so this is like the vegetable chopper thing that my boyfriend normally uses. I don't use it. Okay. So you want to put like this part, because this part is the part that pushes all like the stuff. So you want to put it, how the fuck? Put it here and here. And then we're going to go with these. Because I'm not slicing all this. We're just going to do this. And then you put that in this part, move that. You're gonna put this right on top. We're gonna take this. We're probably gonna chop these onions up just a little bit smaller just so that it'll fit. Okay. So we're gonna take the onion and we're gonna do that. I don't know what I'm doing. Just be careful, don't put your hand in here, don't do anything crazy to where you chop your fingers off. And that is how you get diced onions in less than 5 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna use this size container. I hope it fits everything. If not, I'm gonna cry. These are all the onions. I washed and dried the cutting board and I got a new knife because now we're gonna move on to the fruit. So it's really just berries and grapes. And I'm washing my fruit off camera because this video is gonna take fucking forever if I keep filming literally every single tiny thing. So I'll be right back. Raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries here. After I wash them, I like to put them down in a towel, a paper towel, just to dry a little bit because I don't want to put them in the mason jars wet because that's how they get worse, or that's how they get bad quicker. Okay, so first we're gonna start off with the raspberries. So I put my berries in mason jars and I like to put a towel on the bottom, paper towel, just to like soak up the juice. Okay, this might sound weird, but I'll like feel for like the harder raspberries and I'll put them on the bottom and then like I'll put like the softer ones on top. I don't know. That's just how I do it. Okay, and these are all of the raspberries. Okay, next we got the blackberries. Again, I kind of do the same thing. Take the ones that are harder, put them on the bottom, put the softer ones on top. That one's really bad. Okay, so these are all of the blackberries. Again, put a paper towel at the bottom. So now we got the strawberries, which we need to actually cut up the strawberries. And then we're gonna put them in this mason jar. I'll like grab the, again, like I do the same thing with strawberries. This I gotta cut kind of weird. I will grab the harder strawberry and put the hard strawberries on the bottom, just like I do with the raspberries and the blackberries. I don't know, when you guys were younger, did you used to eat strawberries with just like a bunch of sugar? Growing up, we used to like eat strawberries with like sugar. We dip the strawberry in the sugar. And now I'm addicted to sugar. When my sister got older, she used to like put Nutella. She used to like stuff strawberries with Nutella. That was really good. Careful, don't cut yourself because I feel like I'm always cutting myself. All right, berries are done. Berries are done. Now we have to do the grapes. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do the green grapes. I'm gonna go ahead and wash them. And then we just put these in a container. We don't do anything special or crazy with them. Now that the grapes are dry, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take them apart and put them in a container. Any grape that I find that's old or gross or just really, really mushy, I'm gonna throw out. The majority of the time, I'm actually pretty good at picking out grapes, so I will keep the majority of them. And if they have like, it's like that one's really squishy. Okay, now we got the grapes all done. All done. So these are all of my freshly prepped ingredients that I have ready to go for the week. Again, like I said in the beginning, I don't like to meal prep. I don't like to eat the same thing every single day. So when I prep the ingredients, I can have like more of a variety for what I eat. Usually the protein is almost always the same. But this is what I'm going to be using throughout the week to make my life a whole lot easier and to stay on track with my goals. We got our blackberries, we got our raspberries, we got our strawberries, we got our lemon, lime, onions, mushrooms, green grapes. We only eat green grapes in this house. Well, at least only I do. So I buy them, so we do. We got baby corn. We got red, yellow, and orange peppers. Some cucumbers. We got some asparagus. And we got some chopped green onions. This is everything that I have prepped to keep me good and going for the rest of the week. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.